Okay, so we're live, I hope. Okay, yeah, I think we're all good. Just want to make sure YouTube's running. It says we're live. Okay, so the plan for this live stream is to try and show you how to create sort of 15 viral social media posts in under 15 minutes. So it's 7:05 on the clock that I've got, and we're going to try and do it quickly. So what I'm going to show you is this prompt. So recently, Danko, one of the high performing content creators, he is prolific at creating content. He's got out there a lot, and he's doing really well, and now he's building his own tool. But he recently shared this prompt about crafting viral X Twitter posts, and I'll give you a bit of a run through. And what you do is you basically at the end you give it a topic and a post that you like, and it will start and create 15 viral posts for you. So this one that I used, which is a post from Justin Welsh. So it's this one, 23rd of September. It's had 15,000 likes. So it's one of his top performing posts. So I use Tweet Hunter, and as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3. It's a fourth post. So what this prompt allows you to do is to put in a topic and then give it a post that you like, and it should generate the output for you. So I've tried this. So this is ChatLLM. This is basically my chatbot of choice, because you can select different models to choose. And I tried this the other day, where I gave it a topic: automating the onboarding of new customers for accountancy firms. That's what I'm doing at the minute, doing a lot of that with accountancy firms in my area. And then as a reference is the Justin Welsh post. Paid a guy to move a treadmill, and it's given us these one sentence posts, multi-line paragraph posts, list posts, and all this information. Perfect. So instead of having to do this whenever you want, can we automate this process to basically give us all this in a place in your project management tool that you use? So I use Notion for pretty much everything, and I've got this thing called a content hub. Now, I've toyed with creating a course on how I use this content hub, how I've plugged in sort of automations and things like that, and I'll probably do some of that under here. But if you want me to run through how I use my content hub, so I've got things where I'll do like to write, so I automate the creation of all these posts. Then I've got a way of I'll go back again. When it's published, I've got another automation where I can actually sort of repurpose the information. So I can run through, I can create a course for all this if people are interested. So comment with Content Hub if you are interested, and I will, if we get enough people interested, we get like 50 to 100 people interested, I'll record it. So what I'm going to do now in automations, I want to be able to, my thought process is I want to be able to come in here, add a content in, a topic, maybe eventually switch it to not do just X Twitter posts, but also do LinkedIn posts. I'll actually do that. And then it automatically gets all this information and puts it back inside the Notion template. So what I'm going to do, I actually want a new, change this to a database. I'm going to call it empty database, and I'm going to call it social media posts. I'm going to change that to topic. I'm going to change this. Actually, I'm going to do it as platform. And what we'll do is we have a select change it to platform. Type select. X Twitter, change the colour to, leave it to default. Add another one, LinkedIn. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this in a minute. Come on. Give that a bit of a LinkedIn colour there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in, like I showed you with those other ones, I'm going to do another select called automation. It's going to be to create, and then I'm going to have one called process, which will be green light if we've not, and we want amber. Green light if we have, amber to start it. So then what we want to be able to do is, if I take this, let's see what it does. If I can do it, let's type it in. So let's see, and open this new page. Topic, automate the onboarding of clients. Automate the onboarding of clients for accountants. I'm going to do it as X Twitter, and I want it to create. So that's it. So all I need to do is come in, put that in there, and then what I want to do as well is, if I paste in the actual template. So give me the topic, we want to create it. Actually, I'll just move this around. It's platform creation, there we go. Platform, X Twitter, create it, and this is going to be the template in here that we're going to use. So then hopefully I want to sort of use AI to then add the output into this section. So let's get rid of do a bit of cleanup so I'm not burning through the usage. So we're 7 minutes in. We're 7 minutes in. So I've quickly created this placeholder in N8N to be the, basically that's going to run every hour, 30 minutes, whatever. Trigger it, whatever you want to do. Whenever this gets triggered, to basically do the automation and update Notion. So I'm going to start by doing a trigger manually. I want to use Notion, and I'm going to create a page. We want to get a database. Get a database page. There we go. Database page. I read it by ID. Do get many pages. Yeah, so this social media posts, is that right? I'm just gonna actually, I think I've already done some, it's using another one, so I'm just gonna rename that to viral social media posts, and I don't think it'll come up in here. Just go back out there, save it. Viral social media post, it was that one. Cool. Limit, just do it to 1. I just want one to come through, and I want to filter. I'm going to build manually. I'm going to add a condition, and I want to where automation is equal to create. do a save, test workflow, pull that page through. Perfect, so we've got everything. The only problem with it is it's not got everything that we want. So if we do find post to create, now we could use an AI agent, but I want to run through to get people out to use it, and then do that, get a database page again, and if we do it by ID, pull in that, it's not pulling through all the template that we want, which this is one of the things I don't like about Notion, is it's not pulling through all the text, which is weird. Is there a way to do it? So it does it as child blocks, which isn't the best thing to do with Notion. Not a big fan of that. Cool. Well, not cool. That's scuppered the plans a little bit, but this is the thing with coming up with automations and what you're trying to do. You might hit a little blocker, and it's a case of going from there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you how, just do you want to carry on and see what we can spit out anyway, because we could probably still parameterize the post type and the topic, and I'm just pasting this viral post structure to start with. So let's get into AI. So we want an AI agent, so I'm just going to start with a standard one, and if we do rename create viral post, do rename, what I'm going to do is I use OpenRouter for a lot of my stuff, because what this allows you to do is quickly switch between different models. So I'm going to use Claude 3.7 because that's the one I used in the ChatLM one. I'm not bothered about a memory at the minute. And what I'm going to do is the tool, I'm going to see if it will update a database page and a property by ID. We've got that in here, so it'll know to do it. Don't want that. Add a property. I want to set the automation to and we'll do from AI. So this is a cool thing about Notion, they have this from AI, and then you can do sort of status, and that should tell it to update to whatever status you want in there. But I'm going to do, once that's done, I'll tell it what to do in a minute. So I want to just update the page. And then what I'm going to do as well, so we've got an output for it, I'm going to actually add in, let's do it this way. So I'm going to add in URL, add in a URL, post, call it, yeah, and call it output. So what I'll get it to do is I'll put the output into a Google Doc, and then it's going to save that URL in here so I can get to it very quickly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add output, and then again, what are you doing? Do an expression, and we'll put in document URL. So that should update Notion that it's done it. So if I do Drive, Google Drive, what we're going to do is we want to create a file from the text provided. The file name, I'm going to pull in this so we know it's related to the text. I'll just put it in the root folder for now into my drive, and the file content is going to be from AI. Just put it output. Cool, so that's stitched everything up. Update and create file. And I'm actually going to put this in. So I have a list called social media. I've got so many things in there. And just leave it in root folder, then I can always look at it after. Cool, so that's stitched up the tools inside the agent. So a quick run through what we're going to do is we're going to get the information from Notion from a single page that we want to create a social media posts for on the topic and the platform. Then this AI agent is going to use the OpenRouter chat model, and I like renaming to what model I'm using so you always know without having to dig in. So we're going to use Claude 3.7, do a double check, 3.7. That's going to run it. It's going to create a file with the output in it, and then it's going to update the database. Okay, all good. So what I'm going to do is if I put in define below, I'll do it as an expression because we can expand that and paste it in a little bit easier. So we're going to paste the post in, and this is where we're going to try and just adapt it a little bit. So put these brackets in, so change this to an expression, close these brackets, do double brackets. This allows you to put information in there, and then all you need to do is just drag in the platform into this little section here, and it should drop it in. The great thing about using these expressions, you can see what it's building on the right. So when you pass this information, you can go, yeah, I want to do a next Twitter post. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit the post a little bit, the prompt a little bit, to say here is the topic. And then again, just drag in the name of it. And then we should scroll down, onboarding. Cool. Here is the post template to use. And then I'm just going to paste in the Justin Welsh post. Just put it in brackets so it can see. And then once you have created all the posts, use the this is where I need to write down use the create file tool to save the output and posts to Google Drive, and then update, use the Notion update tool to mark the database page as processed. Let's see what that does. Cool. Okay, so go back, do a save on that, and I'm just going to run this and see what happens. I think I'm over my 15 minutes, but you know, it's the way it is. Cool, so it's running, it's picked the post out, it's creating a viral post using Claude 3.7, so this might chug away. Thinking about it, just going to, while we're at it, just go and log into my Google Drive, see if it's going to create it. Oh, create a file. And is it, oh, it didn't update Notion. No. Nearly there. So, check my Google Drive, and in the root, it's created these 1 sentence posts. So, it's worked. So, here we go. Oh, this is good. Most counters could multi-line paragraph posts. Wow, so that's done it, so I'm happy with that. So let's have a look at the output. I created the X posts. Could you mark? Ah, okay. There's my syntax is wrong to start with. So I've forgotten I'd done that. And set the Notion update tool to mark the database's process and store the created document URL field to. Cool, okay. Let's see what that does. So do save again. Just going to go back to Drive. I'm just going to delete that and see what that does. What is Notion set as? That's still marked as create. Okay. So if we do test workflow, ideally I wanted to save it all back into the Notion page, but yeah, I do find it a little bit clunky with trying to pull the blocks out and things like that. So I'll have to figure that out as another point of call. What I'm loving with N8N at the minute is the notion of the MCP stuff that it can do. So you don't necessarily need to plug in all these tools. You just plug in an API and it should be able to sort that out. So sort of the version 2 of it would be to... why is that not updated? Is that not updated? Have I said it right? Processed. It didn't run the Notion tool this time. It's just not listened to me. It's just not listened to me. Remember set the Notion and save and use this tool to save using the URL from the previous tool execution. This is where it's all a little bit experiment with the running of the prompt. So did that create it again? It did. Let's move that to the bin. Test workflow. It's running again. It's taken a while this time. See what's going on. I do like Claude though. I do like Claude and DeepSeek a bit more over ChatGPT. I find ChatGPT to be, the way I've been describing it to people, it's like a dog with a bone. A dog with a stick. You throw a stick and it just tries giving it you back. While what I find with Claude and DeepSeek and a few of these other models now is it you can see it thinking and it'll go and do it and it'll say like, I can't do something, you know, I need more information. Would you like me to update the Notion database? Shows I'll need the document. Don't know why it's not liking that. I need to just, I'll have a bit of a tweak with this. I don't want to sit here keeping you bored out your brain while I try and figure this a little bit out. But that's the process that we've got to create viral posts. So we've got it again. It's come through in the drive. You're wasting 20 hours a week on client onboarding. You can fill it. So yeah, you've got a document there with all the posts in, and yeah, away you go. So that's it. I hope you found this useful and getting up and running with automation and stitching two things together. So whatever your sort of your brain tool of choice, which Notion is for me, where I'm running life and my business out of it, you can start plugging it into an AI agent using whichever model you like, and then get it saved into Google Drive or other places as well for future reference. So thanks for joining and watching this live stream, and I will speak to you soon.